Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Well, we were so engaged in our exciting discussion, we didn't realize we were being kicked off.
Yeah, I know. It
So I
was,
just was saying to Richard, I really appreciated what he had to say.
yeah, perfect channeled statement. And that's kind of what I'm saying is like that unifying call. Let's come together. Do you agree that we should come together, settle our differences, work as one, and take care of any situation around the world for the greater good of all, or something like that, you know?
Um, I have something to say too in response to Victoria. Um, you know, I guess I just wrote what I wrote because second, somebody's yelling at me. Okay, so yeah, it's I kind of just felt like I'm not even sure exactly personally what we're asking people to do other than come together and then figure it out.
Yeah.
And then also like in writing copy, like the words that people see when they land on a website or a page, to inspire them to take action. We can talk about, we can make multiple landing pages all for different levels of awareness. So, and that's kind of what I've been trained in the last few months. But it's like, how aware are people of what we are offering or trying to say? Like we are level 1 aware. We're most aware of what we're trying to do. Then there's people who are aware of the solutions. There are people that are aware of the problems. There are people that are just aware of the desire. And then there are people that are totally unaware. And so like, which group of people do we want to speak to?
Well, if we're talking about unifying
And I'll be
people,
right
yes. So if we're talking about unifying people, then perhaps what we're talking about is giving each of those groups the opportunity to find their own best way to plug in. And that's one reason I think that if we organize fairly, um, if we create an administrative team that can address some of that, I don't think there's any lack of people who are willing to lay their bodies down on the front lines. I think that while if people knew that there was opportunities, there might be more. Those people who are frontliners are they're passionate about their commitment. So we're not needing to really address those people in particular. We might want to acknowledge that there are opportunities for frontliners, new people who are interested in being on the front line to join the front lines. That would be one link that we could be making through this. But honestly, I feel like what we're saying when we want to unify people is we're giving every person an opportunity to participate. Not just the people who've been called all their lives, not just the people who, for whatever reason, woke up in their, in their lives, in their youth, and couldn't resist helping or bringing attention to these things. I think we're trying to get, again, we're trying to get the grandmas, we're trying to get the, people who watch Fox News. We're trying to, get people who have no, who didn't have a passion about it, but who have an inkling even about it. Because the passionate people are going to find each other. That's the nature of passion. It's the people who just like they saw something. They just happened to come across something, and it made them wonder, people who maybe for whatever reason were impacted by some of the visuals that were presented from the front lines of Standing Rock, and they couldn't believe the way that peaceful protectors were being treated, or maybe they saw a picture of the Amazon where there's one incredibly impactful picture where somebody sticks their hand in a pond and brings up a whole handful of oil, and for me, if I didn't know anything about it, I would just be moved by that. And I'm moved because I do know, but I can't imagine most people not being impacted by seeing the natural environment devastated by oil.
One of the things that I see, this being like a hub, like a channel, like you guys say, and funneling people to certain locations. And I would say it's almost like a funnel of sending energy to certain areas that are more productive. Because, again, everything we put out, we get back. So we have anger or frustration in our bodies. We could use that energy towards a lot better good than sending somebody like that straight to a front line. He could probably be more productive, and he has computer skills, for example, and we could get the word out more often, and we could put him to work on a staff to get certain information out that do 10 times more, how do you say, awareness for him to be out on the front line. And I feel that this is where there's a lot of wasted energy, because instead of directing anger or frustration, we could direct love, comfort, and still go hold our grounds, because there's people that will stand their ground and can be out there and hold, and all power to them. That's what they're here for. That's what they're guided to do. But there's other people that are just not aware that this energy that they have within themselves, if they put that skill that they carry within themselves to use, and like you said, we need staffing. There's a lot of things that need to be put together. And if you grab a lot of these people that are out there now that have the free time and bring them into this organization and bring them into staffing and setting some sort of hub to channel a lot of these other places. And then, like you said, you get all the public involved, because now this is a hub. And as the public starts uniting for this one cause, and there's, such thing going on, at in LA, for example. And this hub sends out the information to everybody to send them to LA, all the people that are in the area. If that's the mission, to go and be there, or if it's to send flyers, or if it's to email information, or to make a phone call, whatever the situation is, I feel that this is where the hub is, and getting the word out to find those individuals that have the free time, because there's a lot of people out there that do have the free time, and they're ready for this.
I think so too.
It's just we have to have the group of individuals, the head, so we can put it together.
What we can do is, if we create that organizational chart, and I can create it into a mind map too, so it can be visually appealing. But creating all the roles that would make this organization work, and then defining the responsibilities for each role. And for the roles that we, like the hats that we are wearing that we don't want to necessarily be doing all the time, we can make training videos, like that kind of, and just funnel people. Okay, you are interested in helping organize and help out with social media. Here's the roles and responsibilities. Here's some training videos. Here's here's like a wealth of all of these posts that you can choose from, and you can, creating that content calendar.
I think that's really great. That's great stuff right there. So how do we proceed here, guys? Because I would love to come away from this with, four roles that anybody who's just sitting around twiddling their thumbs going, gosh, I really wish I had something to contribute, and I just don't know how, and I don't want to start my own organization. because I don't want to work by myself. You know, if we put out the call, maybe they're going to show up. I believe they will. I believe they will. I know it isn't me. And I mean, I know everything that needs to be done. And I also am already doing that for the other projects that I'm working on. And I don't want to put this one on hold until I have time. So there's got to be somebody out there with time right now who's just super excited about being a contribution in this way.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I also feel like the people that you're speaking to, as far as like the grandmas and the people who are at home that want to help out, that would be a different language than the language I used on that landing page. So first, maybe even just building out these different landing pages to speak to the different levels of awareness, to really draw them in at where they're at. And then they funnel into like the same place, but then and I like Doran's idea of we can come up with a survey. That's the most efficient way to figure out where people are and what they want to do and what everything. So creating the different landing pages, creating a survey, creating an organizational chart with roles and responsibilities. And
are you getting
that's
this,
only
Doran?
3.
Yes.
Okay, good, because I can't. I'm holding my phone, so I can't type at the same time.
Yep. And then we all decide what we can do by the next meeting.
Yeah.
Of these roles.
Good. That's 4. We got it.
So one of the things that I'm committed to do, and I would like to invite everybody else to do, is I'm involved on Facebook with probably 20 different water protector pages. And I think just posting the call, maybe even the video, no, probably not. That might be boring. But posting the call, or even a synopsis, or creating a video that says, hey, you know, there's a place for you in this movement. Maybe you're in England, or maybe you're, you know, on a boat in the Caribbean, but you can participate in this movement. Here's how. And then posting it to every single outlet and asking the directors of those pages to repost to people they think would be most interested. I think that if we just did like 5 a week, you know, I think we could get that organized. I could get that organized around this, where I'm just making sure that at least 5 channels got at least invitations to join. And then so I could make a list of all the protector sites that I know of. So that's what I will do. And then I'll start with 5. And if you guys want to, maybe we could collaborate on a list. We could have a grand master list of places where we're like, these people all already said yes to this movement. So this is the yes channel, right? This is the yes list. And if they're active enough to have either created or participated in a page on Facebook, then they're certainly active enough to be on a list where they get an update right to their phone, or right to their whatever their favorite way of getting information is.
And when you share that post, if you could tag a lot of our leaders that you know are like definitely on board, like the Magdalene types, and like all of us that are coming together, then
will you make that note too, Doran?
I'll share that post. Like I'll share it. Like I share 100 posts a day, and I'm in those biggest Standing Rock groups that have 100,000 people or more, some of them, and I post in those, like, you know, this call, you know, but it'd be great coming from your voice, from your writing. You're connected to a lot of the people in the movements, and then I'll promote that like a lot. Yeah.
Would you put that in your notes too, so that tagging people would be, I mean, just because it's not all, I just am not that technical. Sorry, I do my best.
That's great. That's great.
If they didn't make it easy for me, I would seriously be living in a hole somewhere.
Great. That's perfect. That's the biggest thing. What you just said is to just do that. If we all can do that promotion, that level of promotion. But the other roles by next week. So Brittany, you're doing for you and I for the landing page, or?
Yeah, let's edit that, and then I can work on the other levels of awareness, scripts, copy. Yeah.
The different levels. Okay.
And also we can work on the organizational chart too, and send that to Victoria and see, and the Albuquerque crew, see what they think.
Okay.
Just the one comment I would have on the landing page, I'm going to get it up here again. Water protectors. My computer liked it. It put it right there. Or maybe it liked it, sort of. So I like the whole top part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the bottom words need for sure changed. Well, the part where I talk about me personally, I think more community focused.
Well, so just at a glance,
Mm-hmm.
I think fewer words in general is better. And bullet points, if you're going to make a bunch of points, you need to like really define, this is point one, and this is another point, and this is another point when you're trying to catch people's eyes, because too many words, people shut down. Even if it's something they're interested in, they're just like, oh yeah, I don't have time to look at this, but I will look at it later, and later never happens. So there's that. And I think all of the places where you say we, and so down here where you say you, I think if you use the word you, it could be more directive. If you say you're wanting to say, here's what you can do, here's a way you can participate. Sometimes when people say or read, you have to do this or you have to do that, it's a turnoff for them. I know quite a few of those people myself, and and I'm not one of them, but because I am a really directive person and I use that language, and I get people who are like, wait a minute, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
I'm tuned into it more now. And so if you're going to say here, so here's, maybe if we say you have, it's you have this opportunity right now, and here's where you can go to fulfill that.
Sorry. Hello?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I got another call. Coming. I got to take care of. If anything, I'm here in, how do you say? My presence will still be with you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
enjoy.
thanks a lot, Richard. I hope we'll hear from you next week.
My main purpose here is to be, present and place. So, and share my guidance or information that I'm guided to share. So enjoy your rest of your day. Blessings, peace, love, joy, and abundance to you and your loved ones. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too. Take care. Beautiful day.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I don't should people, and I had to look up what you were saying about the have to. Although I do believe that people have to show up to get involved. But yeah, I can totally work around that language for sure.
Well, here's the thing, despite what we think, it's really got to be what they think, really, to that movement.
Right. Yeah.
So, and my guess is that once they show up here, they're showing up because they agree, right? So they don't need to be told again, but they can be told what they can do. right? So you can do this and you can do this and you have this opportunity. Those are all great directions, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Can works better. Totally.
You have the opportunity to take action here, right? You have the opportunity to use your voice through this network. You have the opportunity to show up right now in this way. Like those are all, because those are all facts there that we can,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
So you guys, if there's nothing else, I really do need to go. I have another meeting in about 20 minutes that I'd like to prepare for, and then I have a day full of meetings. So
Yeah, it sounds good.
Looking
Thank you.
seeing your post and promotions, and we all can promote and share what you share. So excited for that.
Yeah. Well, my first step is going to be to, maybe our collaboration on the various pages on Facebook and other sites where people are already collaborating, connecting.
Yes.
So I think if we're connecting with people who are already wanting to be connected, that's a really good first line.
Mm-hmm.
And having a master list of who that is a good idea. Okay?
Yep.
Cool.
Perfect.
Sounds
all right.
Good.
Blessings. Enjoy your days.
Thank you. You too.
Take care. To see.
Bye.
Bye.
So.
Figuring out how to record. All right. So yeah. So let's see.
I'm just gonna try to go to the page, and then I can edit it in real time, and then we could say we accomplished something today. Did you want to stop recording, or you want to keep recording?
We could stop recording. All right, thanks all for joining us. We love you. This is the Back Pipeline, Collaborative Governance and Humanitarian Project Pipeline. You guys say bye?
It's great, yeah.